River. If you don't know, then you don't know. But snow all around. It is a short tailwater section. We are in central Colorado, otherwise known as the Dream Shrimp. Windy. Temperatures aren't bad. It's just it's always windy here, and we'll give it a shot. This river's known for some big fish. Again, tailwater, high pressure species. Okay, let's do this. More than likely, I probably will run an egg and you know, I don't know, or maybe that. I might run the same combo I did on the when I was at Decker's there, and do a midge and a worm pattern. But I think I'll start with an egg. There's some, I can see some remnant reds in the spawning area, so the egg might still be a thing for these fish to target. But again, you know, we'll see. Again, it's always be versatile, be adaptable. I'm gonna run a 4 mil bead for that egg, and then a I don't know, I might run that midge or something thereof. Lots of midges in this water, obviously being a tailwater, midge factory. But you know, one of the techniques that does well out here are jig leeches and that sort of thing, so hence why I brought the streamer rod. Would love to just do that if the wind is just not liking me. So it picked up when I got to the parking lot. Just as I was getting the rods out, the wind just accelerated. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, 5.5X dropper. I think I'll run that little midge, and then on the point start with an egg, and we'll go from there. All right, so I got that little midge there. Not sure if y'all can see that, and a little egg here, an apricot color pink bead, 4 mil bead. That's the size. The midge is at 18 with a 4 mil bead, 3 mil bead, something like that. So anyway, I got a nice series of boulders here, some pocket water type stuff, and then I'll work up. There's a nice little riffle above. Again, I'm kind of watching out for some of these reds. Don't know how active they are. Obviously step around them, try to avoid them with your feet. And you know, if I do see active fish, obviously avoid them. Let them do their thing, let them procreate, let them make some more future gigantic fish. So let's do this. Let's see what happens. All right, first cast. Let's get in that crazy hydraulic in there. Dead stall. I am not familiar with this section of the river at all. Again, I've only fished it and kind of, I'm positive it's about 3 times that I've actually been on this water, or this section. And I remember the last time was a bit of a struggle. I think I ended up finding 2 at the end of the day, and you know, I remember seeing a pretty big one, but very technical fishery, and having wind and trying to run tight line without an indicator is brutal. It's not for the faint of heart. So I'm just working through covering this pocket. I feel pockets sometimes can produce fairly quick if they're there. Let's hit some of this pocket here. algae and moss on the bottom of this river here. Got me around that rock. You see it jump? Wrapped me around the rock and broke me. Struggles of 5.5. Right. So re-rigged, and I don't have any more eggs and with a 4 mil bead in that color, so I'm just kind of gonna wing it. But yeah, that fish broke me off. There was no way really to avoid it. I hooked it right in front of the big rock there, and that fish just dug right into it, kind of did a hard turn into the rock, and the line just got caught up underneath it. So too much pressure on the line. So anyway, try it again. I'm not sure there'll be another one in there, but you never know. Nice run in through here. Be a little awkward in my movements. I just tucked my rod into my wader, front of my waders here, and that's one more thing I gotta be worried about. Slinging flies. Yeah, let's just go ahead and run this brighter egg. Who knows, they may like it. Does have 4 mil bead. Okay. I can see the wind a little better as well. Punch the wind, but also it'll give me that ballast or that weight to slow down. There's a fish. All right, that ate that egg. Yeah. So not a bad call. Awesome, nice rainbow. Cool, pretty fish. Got some cutbow, I think. Yeah, if you look on the under part of her jaws, a little bit of orange on there. So a little bit of cutthroat lineage in here. I dig that. Let's do it again. Like a lot more again. All right, so there's definitely midges hatching. Oh, broke it off again. That was another fish. He's down there fighting it. Dang it. What is my deal today? I hammered that hook set. Big rainbow sitting right here. She was right here in the shallow stuff and then moved out. It's about the only one I've seen. There's actually a couple fish. There's a red right there. You can see that light colored patch. Looks like there's a couple fish on it. And so yeah, we'll avoid stuff like that. They're trying to do the thing, trying to make more babies so you can catch more fish in the future. Leave them be. All right, so I was kind of thinking about throwing a streamer on, but then I rolled up on this for this big flat slow water here. But coming up on this edge, there are some fish there's a trough that's kind of right down in here, so we'll make some casts. I see some fish back here actually. See if anybody wants to play with us. Saw fish rise across the way. Oh, there's a few risers. That was a nice fish too. Oh, eating midges. Okay, got a Griffith's net on. Little fuzzy guy. And loose up the line here just real quick because we'll be throwing some casts. So I just cut my nymphs off. Again, I don't do anything super crazy, you know, leader wise or swapping leaders or anything like that, because I've already built out this leader to be able to transition and do multiple things. I have no idea where my dry is because it's so freaking small. Just looking for a rise. There we go. Ate the gnat. So that was kind of in the zone. That's a nice fish. So I knew roughly where my fly was. Just looked for the rise in that area and then set on what I assumed might have been my fly. Oh man, it's a good fish. Come on, baby. Good looking male. Yeah. I like it when they lunge into the net. Nice color. Awesome. Oh, he's all about that. Nice. If you look on the surface of the water, there's tons of midges now. They're out, they're everywhere. We'll get this guy dried back out. And yeah, see if we can't get another one of those to eat over there. Okay, so I threw a couple more casts with a dry, couldn't see it at all, and they kind of reduced their activity on the surface. They're being a little less consistent, so put the nymph back on, went with a lighter egg, apricot color. These fish in here were interested in the sunburst, but just would not commit to it. I don't know if it was just too bright, so subdued the egg and put a black ICU midge on the dropper. Still kind of experimenting with the way I tied this new ICU midge. we don't get any love, I'm fine moving up, looking for other water. Big deep trough here. Let's just work through it. Still got that sunburst egg formula bead. Let's see how they react to it in here. Nice little shelf riffle. Interesting. Oh, that was one. Dang it. It's too late. There we are. They're down there. They are fish in there. Woo! Nice. Had to run it right down that trough. Good fish. Silver. These fish do run up from the reservoir downriver, and who knows, this could be one of those. Or, I mean, you definitely have resident fish in here too. This one, I'd say, probably hasn't been caught a whole lot. She's feisty, way more feisty than those other ones that I tagged. Hopefully we get a good look at her. Yeah. Come here, baby. I just want to say hi. Yeah. Gorgeous fish. Really great condition. There we go. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, there was a hit before that, and they're down there. It's just getting that line right through them, that drift line right through them. It's not quite as deep as I thought, but I think too my sensitivity, I had a little too much slack in the drift and my sighter in the water, and I think just having a little bit of the bottom color segment in there gets me to depth, but maintains a taut or attention to my flies that I can register those eats a little more easily. Oh, little thump, little thump. There we are. That was a fairly light eat again. Little guy. Come here. These are the ones just tapping it. Cool. There's one. Yeah. that a cutthroat? Yeah, cutthroat. Cutthroat. Nice. There's one. Strong fish. Not huge, but dang. Feisty. Ooh, there's another one following it around. Feisty bow. It's like that. No. One I got down below, it was just thick. Finally some connected to a streamer. Some brown. Ooh. Ate the ribbon shirt. Not a monster, but there we go. Don't eat the pinky. Brown. All right, buddy. Pretty rainbow. Yeah, really pretty bow. Color on that guy. There's a good one. Fish. I got excited. There we are. Hammered that good. Oh, came up button. Better check that hook because I did hit a rock right before that. Yeah, that was dumb to just fish right after hitting that rock. I just run my forceps right over the point and kind of just straighten it out. You get a little burr on there. That'll bring that point back for you. All right, calling it a day right now. So it's about 4 o'clock. And I still gotta drive back to New Mexico. Good solid day. I mean, the wind wasn't too crazy, manageable most of the time. You know, egg pattern crushed it. Got a few little brownies on the May I See You. And yeah, you know, can't complain. I had fun. Some really nice fish. One real good solid chunky bow. And yeah, got a really beautiful rainbow on a dry fly, Griffith's gnat, size 20, and turned a few other fish on the streamer. So I got the slam as far as, you know, the rig set up. So I guess, you know, you could argue needed one on the bobber. Whatever. Yeah, no, it was a great day. You know, I got that short 10-foot sink tip with the pine squirrel leech on the dropper, called the pinky, and then the ribbon shirt and olive on the point, and got fish to eat both. And like I said, that sunburst orange ecstasy egg with a 4mm bead. Bead color is copper, if you're into that. I don't think it matters. It's just a sink rate, and that's a bright enough egg. That bead color, I think, is secondary. So anyway, work those deeper troughs. You know, would find one or two and then just move on. That seemed to really be the ticket as far as the techniques I was doing. So just covering water, plus you're not over pressuring the fish. Yeah, it was a good time. All right, everybody, now that I'm leaving, the wind finally dies down. The fish are probably rising like crazy, which I would have loved to have gotten another shot at a rising fish. But it is what it is. Can't stay here, and I don't have to go home either. No, just kidding. I gotta head home. All right, guys, we'll talk to you on the next one. Hope you had a great day. Hope you guys are getting on the water. You know where to find me: Insta, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, and we'll catch you around the flip side. All right, everybody, peace.